But first, this. As we all know by now, yesterday LA City Councilman Curren Price was charged with 10 counts of embezzlement, perjury, and conflict of interest by LA DA George Gascon. And so, 10 counts, 10 critiques. Number 10, it is hard to know whether Nury Martinez, Gil Cedillo, and Kevin De Leon and labor leader Ron Herrera were just spewing racial hatred and political envy on the now infamous audio tape, or whether they possess some kind of extraordinary political prescience. Have their wicked wishes come true? To be clear, this latest development raises some fundamental questions about the future of black political power in the city of Los Angeles. Number 9, it now appears that Kevin De Leon is actually going to serve out his full term, given that not enough signatures were collected for the recall, and he may run for re-election, all while the system seems to be targeting black electeds. Number 8, never mind the presumption of innocence, City Council President Paul Krikorian wasted no time yesterday calling for the suspension of Councilman Price. Did we learn nothing about a rush to judgment from the Mark Ridley Thomas matter? Why not allow Price to take a leave of absence? Here again, the city charter does not mandate that the council must suspend a member who wants to step aside and defend his or her good name. Now that Nury Martinez is gone, let's hope that this new iteration of the city council exhibits more respectfulness, less ruthlessness. Number 7, I really hope the council, city controller, and city attorney for that matter, aren't so tone deaf this time around that they move to take away Councilman Price's salary, health care, and pension as they did with MRT. We all saw how that ended when MRT embarrassed the city and made them run him his coins. Number 6, it's hard to know whether this is really just a political takedown of Curren Price wrapped in a criminal complaint. Have you seen the racist vitriol aimed at Councilman Price in the June 27th runoff to fill Nury Martinez's former council seat? I mean, you would think that Curren Price himself is on the ballot, the way Imelda Padilla, a former Nury Martinez lieutenant, is targeting Price in her political mailers. It can only be described as a proxy war against Price, whose former aide, Marissa Alcaraz, is in the runoff with Padilla. It is as if Team Padilla is sending a not-so-coded message to Price that we have heard many times before. No Negroes allowed. Number 5, I'm sorry, the DA's narrative of 2 women and a suspected child abuse report is ugly stuff. Frankly, a bridge too far for me. When it comes to black men, they either wildly overcharge you, as they did with MRT, float a narrative so nasty that it's hard for the accused to ever get on the good foot, or both. Number 4, there is at least one other former member of the LA City Council who I suspect did not sleep very well last night. It's hard to know where this crisis in City Hall will track next, but as Hemingway said, never sin to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. Number 3, one size does not fit all. The media has to stop lumping all of these politicos together in their stories. It's irresponsible journalism. For example, in the case of MRT, no public monies were at issue. There were no allegations of embezzlement. There were no perjury charges. We no more all look alike than we can all be accused of committing the same crimes. Black lives matter. Blurred lines matter. Number 2, how does a black elected official stay under suspicion for 5 years, since 2018? Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, poof, the DA just lowers the boom. So, did it really take 5 years to build this case? Or is the timing politically expedient for somebody? And number 1, different day, same story. Presumption of innocence, fundamental fairness and due process for Lottie, Dottie, and everybody, including Councilman Curren Price. When we come forward, our conversation with Ruben Navarrete Jr. on KBLA Talk 1580.